Beautiful day in the neighborhood. OG been chilling. We got a chance to see his oldest granddaughter this weekend. Yeah, I'm a proud grandpa. 15 years old and came down and hit me for just about every one of my Bass Pro trucker hats, but that's okay. She can get them. And, when I go to Huntsville, my daughter get me for all the hoodies and sweatshirts I got. These young ladies love my style. I got good taste. Brings me to what I'm talking about. Her mom that I've been knowing since she was a teenager. Doing well for herself up there in Georgia, up there in Connors. She's successful in everything but maintaining and keeping a relationship or stability in a relationship with a man, because no man in her eyes fits the bill, because she tells me that a man has to be on her level to be with her. And I asked her, what is her level? She buying her own home. She's a beautiful Jeep. Beautiful Jeep. She's still in mid-30s. Like I said, she only have that one daughter, my granddaughter. She's still a baby mama. And I told her that's sort of an immature outlook when it comes to marriage. And she's gonna be like, oh, you talking about marriage. I'm like, isn't that every woman's end game? No, not really. And that when I told her, there lies the problem. I know her mom. Her mom was not married and was the single mother of something like, I think it was 6 of those girls. And my granddaughter's mom is the oldest. It was about 6 of those daughters, and her mom was a single mom. Then I've been up there in the hills where her mom come from to her mom's house. And she had a house full of people with no husband. And you man, like, what's your point? So what, OG? It's a tradition, y'all. These modern women, regardless of how we respect their grind, regardless of how we respect their hustle, need to realize that partnerships work better than solo. The phrase that was coined, strength in numbers, was just not happenstance. It was truth. It is fact. But so many women think that a man was put here to be where they say they are, that they're alone. Instead of realizing that she's a man's helpmate, and that her first and foremost treasure in a man should, I would hope, be a relationship with a power greater than himself. Now, I'm going to tell you now, these are qualities that older women that have been married for 20, 30, 40 years have told me why they were grateful that their husband chose them to be their wife. Majority of them told me because he had a relationship with God. One of the second most common ones was how he treated his family. Right up there on another second one, believe it or not, ladies, was how he treated his other children and their mother, that made him invaluable in his eyes. Once she saw those things, she totally let her, I don't want no more kids, guard down. Because of him, not because of her. I told her that's a very immature outlook on life that will keep you single and unworthy of a good quality man. She called her cringe briefly till she thought about who she was talking to. because I've always been there for her. She's always trusted me, and we always have these talks. And she was like, well, Dad, I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you. I said, but are you, my daughter? Are you really listening to me that you really need to bring it down? Yes, this man has to have good credit, decent credit. Yeah, I would make having valid driver license a requirement for any man or woman, man. You that old ain't got something. Come on. I wouldn't let it be about him or her being home with their parents. Because why would him or her be across town with one kid or maybe two paying $3,000 a month when they could bless mom and daddy with 15 and be on the other side of the house? Modern women need to realize that they have been lied to. That those women that came before them came in lying, pretending like it is okay, or that it was okay to be alone, struggle, raise your kids by yourself, knowing ain't nobody patting you on your back for that but you and them kids that you'd have taught to do that. Nobody is patting a single mother on the shoulder for being a single mother, but the single mother and what she done taught, how she taught the children to do that. Why? Because it's a hardship. And no matter how my granddaughter's mom pretend like, and I'm tell you like this here, she is still making repairs after the hurricane on her home. Problem with the contract, bro. She asked me, how did you redo this? How long did it take you to do these repairs and renovations on this homestead? I said, it took me from beginning to end about 3 weeks. She was like, huh? I said, yeah. I won't just hand my home off to some guys and just trust them. No, I was here every day. I watched every process. I was here with every time a truck dropped off material to make sure it was what me and my bank had to pay for. She needs a partner. Even though she still, I don't think, saw the value in what I was telling her, that listen, there's value in a good man more than monetary. Just his sheer presence of a good man in your life gonna bring so much goodness. But, keep waiting on that $100,000 a year ninja. That's what you do. How is that working for y'all? Choice ain't even got no choice. You can't make this up. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button, respectfully, comment, and subscribe. Now, don't get me wrong, I love her like my daughter. She's been up under me since she was 17. She had my granddaughter when she was 17. My son was 18. That's how long it's been. And she's been single just that long. The last man she had, down. And I'm going to tell you this. Between us, the last guy she had was an ex-con, zeroed out, and she forgot that, but she sat here in my home and pretended like she had these high standards now, because I didn't say anything about it, because I don't judge. But my granddaughter told me what all happened and what was going on. Kids tell it. She went and picked him up from prison. You can't make this up, y'all. I'm out.